All right, here we have the Galaxy A20. I bought this one off eBay for like 20 bucks, I think. The screen is whooped and it's already separated because it's so cracked. The adhesive doesn't even hold anymore. So taking that apart will be pretty easy because there's no adhesive. All right, so here we go. First thing is I'll put some tape because I don't want little pieces of glass coming off when I'm separating the phone. Next, we'll take the Sesamo and then just stick it in by hand. There's no adhesive. There's some adhesive, but this back is made with plastic, so you can just kind of force it in, and it's very flexible. It's just easy, flexible, and you don't have to worry about cracking the back, taking it off. See, it comes off real easy, and the fingerprint flex cable is in the middle, and that just pops out. You don't have to pull it apart. When you take the back out, the flex cable will pop out. And next we take these screws. Let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think, at the top, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the bottom. All the screws are the same size, and I got the J000. I believe that's what it is right there. So we'll unscrew all those. Again, I'm pretty sure these screws are the same size, but I still put the same screw in the same hole when I take it out and put it back in, just to be safe and to practice good habits. All right, so we're on the bottom now. And then you have to take apart that panel on the side. But first thing you got to do is take out the SIM tray. All right, so don't forget that. Take out the SIM tray. Otherwise, it's going to be a little hard to take apart the phone, just like you saw me doing. So now I can get my finger in the side, make a little room, and this part doesn't have, the adhesive isn't too tight. You can just make a little bit of space and pull it out all the way around. It's pretty simple. Boom, we out of there. Next, we'll just take apart all the flex cables, and there's one more black screw that needs to come out right there to take out the main motherboard. And there's no screws on the bottom, it's just adhesive. So I'll take out these flexes and it pops out pretty easy. No problem. All right, I just got that antenna to remove and some tape around the flex cable, and we can take that out. Now the bottom took a little bit of time, a few minutes, because of the adhesive. I'm trying to be gentle and just first I was just trying to pry it out a little bit, but I needed to get the alcohol, the isopropyl alcohol, and then just sit it in there, let it soak, and then just move it around just to make a little room. Put it all around the bottom motherboard because it was stuck on there pretty good, but eventually got it out, and it was all across that in the middle of the board. But next we are going to take out the battery. Now I'm just replacing the screen on this phone, so I do not need to take out the battery for this, but just a complete tear down, just so you can see how it's done. Now there's a lot of adhesive on this battery, so I just took the alcohol and just dipped the stick and just put it all around the battery, and then just slowly went around and moved it a little by little. Then I started using some cards which weren't sturdy enough, So it didn't work. I was just messing up the cards, and in the end they just started to crumble on the tip. So I used the assess mode just to get in there and pry it up a little bit, and then put some more alcohol when I made enough of a hole, and then just kind of used that to wiggle it up all around. And probably after about 10 minutes the battery came out. Here you go, and you can see all the adhesive is just glued down. Again, it's not necessary to take the battery out to replace the case, but if you have to replace the battery, there you go. And there was also that circle vibrator motor. But anyway, here's the front case. There's a cable right there that is connected to at the bottom of the phone that you unplug. There you go. There's a tiny slot for it, and it just came apart. And you can see that gray is the adhesive that the screen was stuck to, but the screen was so cracked that it wasn't stuck at all. So now I need to clean up the residue from little pieces of glass that didn't come off. So now I'm just scraping the rest of the front glass away, all the pieces that stuck to the side of the edge. And then we just start to put everything back together. Here's the new case. I have to peel away some tape that's on it. And we'll get ready to put that on. There's a little piece of plastic that's covering it. Slide that bad boy in there, plug it up. First we'll put the battery back. We'll plug that up last. Put the circle piece, the motor, the vibrator, put the bottom motherboard, push down on the charger, and then slide the top in, put the top of the motherboard, connect the antenna, and we put the flex cables. I couldn't figure out which one was left and right, but it only went one way. So the black's on the left and the gold's on the right. So you plug those in. And put that tape back down. And we put the top and the bottom connector. We plug the phone up and we got a charge. But the battery is so dead that it didn't charge. Right away, I had to charge up to 0. You'll see. And here I am trying to put the fingerprint sensor back in, or plug it back up. This part was a little difficult. First, now I'm trying to put it with the tool, see if I can just catch it and press it down, but that didn't work at all. So as far as putting things back together, this one might be the most difficult. It's not difficult, but this will be at the bottom of the list, because you don't have a lot of room with the cable that's inside. So it was easier for me just to slide my finger in there and feel for it. And thankfully the back of the case is flexible, made out of plastic, so it move around. And there we go. Plugged it up. Now just lay the screen back on there. Let's check the phone. Now we charged up to 0. Now we're at 5%, and the phone works. So the new screen, complete teardown replacement. Again, this was off eBay. I had to get the pin from the original user. Got the pin, and success. I got to glue all the phone down with adhesive, front and back. But the phone works. Galaxy A20, success.